I'm at it again. That's right. Another dump find. A little back history to this. A few months ago, they banned metal picking at the dump, claiming that there were people that were loading up their pickup trucks and then backing out around and then driving out without driving up around the office and taking this stuff to the scrapyard. So we kind of had a bit of an issue. Town went up in arms. A lot of people. There was a petition that went around. A lot of people signed it. First of the year, come to find out, you can metal pick again, as long as it's for personal use only, which kind of makes sense. I mean, I'll walk through the metal pile, I'll walk past piles of copper with my hands in my pockets because I really don't need it. Do I scrap metal? I do, not on a huge scale. I'm not going to get into something that I can't handle. So I find out that this embargo has been lifted a couple days into the new year, and I swing up to the dump after work. Luckily, I work right around the corner. And I swing over to the metal pile, and I start walking around taking a look. And here's what I find. This is a deposit safe. As you can see, pin handle, and there it goes. You see a lot of these in convenience stores. Somebody's done with their register, they empty their till, it goes into a bag with a slip, it goes in here, and they rotate it. Awesome. And then the manager, or whoever, comes here, they put their code in, and they open it up, take everything out. Problem is, either the manager forgot the code, or the manager left and said, figure it out on your own. So, in this case, depending on the store, if it's a big chain, they have two options. They can either buy a new safe. A new safe, this style safe, is going to run you in anywhere between $300 and $500. Or they can have somebody come out and crack the code, crack the combination, and get you back into your safe. The problem is my knowledge is very limited when it comes to safe companies and what they would charge. My guess is for somebody to sit there and figure out that combination, you're going to be getting pretty close to what a new safe is going to cost you. So they went the inexpensive route, or they didn't gamble, I should say, and they had somebody show up and cut a hole in the bottom. Cut the bottom out of it so they could empty the contents, and then took it to the dump. Luckily, they had it professionally done from the looks of it, because you have 4 holes. It was nice and squared up, and they cut it, and there it is. And then it just went to the dump, got tossed in the metal pile. A lot of people are probably asking, oh, why, what are you going to do with a safe that you don't have the combination for? There's a hole cut in the bottom. Here's the deal. They cut the hole in the bottom. I have access to the back of the lock. I can disassemble the locking mechanism. I can get the door open, I can get a look at the wheel pack, and I can figure out the combination fairly easy. Done it before. Once I have the combination figured out, all I have to do is cut a piece of steel to fit that hole. I'll square it up. I have a little cut-off air tool, little cutting wheel. I'll square up that hole, and I got tons of steel. I got tons of 1/8-inch steel. Cut a new plate to fit it perfectly, hold it there with a couple magnets, and all it takes is a quick weld. Bzz, 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 and weld it outside, weld it inside, grind it down, clean it up, and there you go. Perfect. A lot of people, go, oh, what are you going to do with a safe like that? Well, here's the thing. Yes, it's a deposit safe. It's not like a safe that you would have in your home. You're not going to put things into a barrel and spin it and have it drop in. A lot of people, they want a safe they can store their documents in. They can store, all this other stuff in. Here's the awesome part. About a month or so ago, I was doing a job for a customer, and in his backyard, right next to where I had to work, there's this old stand-up safe sitting there. Got the old Yale lock on it, the old T-handle handles, all brass. And so I mentioned it to him. He said, I'll make you a heck of a deal on that safe. He said, it's missing a caster. $100. Perfect. Here you go. $100. It's an old early 1900s. It's a Globe Wernicke, what they call a cabinet safe. It's got 3 shelves in it, and that's basically it. That's what it is. I've been researching it online. Well, I'm working on finishing it. I'm going to sand it down and paint it, and have somebody make the Globe lettering, the gold lettering to go across the front. And through researching it, I've had people say, "Oh, it's not worth anything because it's." I think the walls are lined with asbestos inside. The the floor is thin, but in a fire, where's all your heat going? It's going up. It's still fire rated. I'm considering it a safe. Even the old Yale lock system that's on it is worth close to what I paid for it. But what my plan is, I'm going to take this safe and I'm going to take out the bottom shelf. And once this safe is fixed, that is going to go into the bottom. That will sit in the bottom of the other safe. It'll be a safe inside a safe. And if I get really crazy, I might put a safe inside this safe. So I have a safe inside a safe inside a safe. But I digress, and we move on. So this safe will go inside that one. This will basically be cash. Cash, coin, whatever. I'm going to put it in there, and it's going to be a like a vacation fund. Cruise. My wife and I took an awesome cruise to Bermuda for our honeymoon. Want to go back. It's perfect. Boom. Can't get into it. I'm going to keep the combination. Nobody else will know. So yeah, there it is. Awesome. First time back into the metal pile. Can't wait to see what else it crops up. But that's it for now. All right. Have a good one, YouTube.